everyone, this is CryptoLambo channel. MetaFire is multiplayer peer-to-peer first-person shooting game that offers rewards to players who emerge victorious. The objective of the game is to take out the enemy team or players using weapons, with the rewards being based on the number of kills. MetaFire is a player-owned economy, allowing players to truly own the resources they earn through skilled gameplay and contributions to the ecosystem. There are two main game models in MetaFire: staked games and free games. Staked games involve betting on one's own victory or team victory using a staked amount, with the winner or winning team receiving tokens from others. Free games are powered by ad revenue from in-game billboards, with the revenue being shared among players based on kill count. MetaFire operates as an open-ended player network, accessible to anyone with a desktop browser or mobile app by connecting to an AVM-compatible wallet such as MetaMask or Trust Wallet through the Polygon network. The Polygon network serves as a base layer for a world of infinity gaming experiences. The MetaFire core team will develop the functionality for the game assets associated with gameplay, with the focus being on creating a fun and immersive gaming experiences. This is crucial for attracting enough participants to the ecosystem and acquiring value to the network. Each game in MetaFire can accommodate up to 8 players at a time. When a player joins the game using their wallet, the wallet address acts as the unique identity. If a game code is not provided, the player is randomly added to any game with less than 8 players. Players can start their own game by embedding a game code in URL and sharing the link, allowing others to join and play in P2P mode. All games have a default length of 4 minutes, with rewards given based on kill count when the timer ends. They are unlimited respawns for players until the timer ends, due to its competitive, skill-based nature. MetaFire is well suited for competitive play and has the potential for future growth. With decent gameplay skills, players can earn thousands of dollars worth of cryptocurrency. MetaFire staked games allow players to deposit their tokens into a public pool smart contract. The winner is then rewarded with the deposited tokens, with the reward solely determined by the kill count. In the first release, only token holders will be able to participate in staked games, and there is no set limit on the number of games that can run at the same time, as it will depend on server bandwidth. In each game, every player's stake will be equal, and the game host can set the staking amount required to join. Players can set their preferred stake amount and will be matched to games based on this preference. Staked games act as a betting game, but players bet on their playing skills instead of relying on luck. Staking tokens also help the platform prevent bots, hackers, and mods by liquidating their stake to other truthful players. Free games, which will be launched after staked games, are open to anyone with a wallet and do not require staking. These games are generated by the server or host and are funded by extensive in-game advertising to cover hosts. A fair share of the revenue generated by these ads is rewarded to players based on their kill count. There is no set limit on the number of free games that can run at the same time, as it will depend on server bandwidth. Free games are designed to attract a massive crowd of players who love shooting games, and the adrenaline boost it provides, especially with the added incentive of rewards. In MetaFire's digital space, there are many flat surfaces that can be monetized, such as billboards, flat surfaces, and even the sky, which will be used to display non-intrusive ads throughout the game sense. Ad publishers can pay for these ads using MR tokens, and a fair share of the revenue generated will be rewarded to game players as a prize. This not only helps to fund free games, but also adds to the treasury in addition to the tax system. Ad publisher can either buy MR tokens in the open market or earn them through the games. They can upload their ad images to the publisher portal and choose where, how long, and how frequently the ads should be displayed based on their budget. Ads will be reviewing before being displayed in the game, and approved ads will be shown. The revenue generated from the ads will be sent to the treasury after paying a share to players. If you find any in-game ad that is unsafe or violates the content policy, you can report the ad by shooting at it using any weapon. In the first release of the MetaFire project, all game service will be managed and operated by the project team. In future updates, P2P game service will be introduced, allowing users to host games locally and earn revenue. An open source server software that can host games in a specific region will be released, adding more digitalization to the game ecosystem. This will also result in low latency gameplay, where users won't need to rely on central servers. The underlying technology behind this concept is still being analyzed. The utility token in the game ecosystem will be hyper-deflationary MR tokens on the Polygon post-chain. These tokens will be used for staking games and in-game rewards. The sale tax and fixed supply over time make the token hyper-deflationary. Token allocations: 200,000 MR tokens, 20% of the total fixed supply, will be allocated for institutional investors and large capital providers who help it to initiate the project and run marketing campaign. The tokens will be distributed based on the collaboration of each stakeholders and will be vested until 2023 or later. Presale: 200,000 MR tokens will be available for presale. The funds raised from the presale will be used to speed up development and provide liquidity during listing. If the presale is not conducive, this token will be vested until 2025. Rewards pool and vesting: 100,000 MR tokens will be vested until 2025 and will be gradually released over time. This token will be used for occasional airdrops and in-game rewards. Public sale: 400,000, 30% MR tokens will be available for public distribution, including liquidity added to centralized exchanges. Founders: 100,000 MR is available in the Team Reserve wallet. The total supply of MR tokens is fixed at 1 million and there will be 80 decimals. There is no minting function and no buy tax. There is very small variable sell tax, 0.2%, that will be burned or sent to the treasury if development is not completed. Game winners will also be taxed very small variable amounts according to the winning rate. The MetaFire project V1 started in May 2022 and the V1 release is expected in December 2022. Several post-launch developments and updates are expected in 2023 and beyond, including V1 multiplayer game released. The first version of the MetaFire multiplayer FPS game will be released to the public. Initially, only a single scene will be available with a limit on the number of players per game. Only token holders will be able to play in staked games. Players can stake tokens and the prize will be divided among the winning top players. There is no limit on the number of games that can run simultaneously, but it will depend on server bandwidth. V2 multi-scene game release: multiple scenes will be available with a limit on the number of players per game. Free games will be included where players can play without staking, and the prize will be divided among the winners top players. Free games will run ads, monetization via ads, billboards, flat surfaces, and even the sky will be used to display non-intrusive ads throughout the scenes in the metaverse. Publishers can pay for ads using MR tokens, and a fair share of this revenue will be rewarded to game players as prizes. This will help to run free games and bring additional revenue to the treasury other than the tax system. Custom weapons, enchantments, and feature updates. In-game customization will be enabled through this version and may include third-party integrations, in-game shops, and more. Also, the MetaFire announced internal stealth sale